Sigma women often view themselves negatively because of what they went through as kids. They remember feelings of shame and discomfort from their teen years, which makes them hide their true selves to blend in. This hiding feels like carrying a heavy burden, like wearing uncomfortable, ill-fitting armor all the time. As they grow up, they face many difficulties, with one challenge leading right into the next, and these struggles don't stop even when they become adults. Sigma women are often troubled by the question, why are they different? They keep trying to figure out why they feel things more deeply than others, or why their opinions often don't match the majority. This constant feeling of being out of place can make them think something is fundamentally wrong with them, unlike others who might simply feel defeated. In this video, we'll look at 7 common struggles that mark the journey of a Sigma queen, showing both the pain and the strength these experiences can bring. As we start this exploration, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any updates. Let's dive into the world of the Sigma woman together. Number 1. Being pressured to change your identity. From a young age, Sigma queen feel a lot of pressure to act the way society expects them to, which can really affect how they see themselves as they grow up. Picture a young girl with her own unique personality being told she needs to change to fit into a standard type that everyone accepts. Parents, teachers, and friends might push her to be more outgoing and cheerful, even if she's more quiet and likes to do things on her own. This kind of pressure can make her feel like she has to give up what makes her special, similar to turning a song she loves into a boring, typical pop song. This pressure isn't just about acting a certain way. It can make Sigma girl doubt themselves and hurt their mental health. Sometimes, if they prefer to be alone and think deeply, people might wrongly think they have problems like ADHD. They often hear that being social all the time is the only way to be happy, which can make them feel left out because they enjoy spending time alone. This is especially tough during important times in their development because it forces Sigma queen to hide their real selves to meet others' expectations. This struggle of hiding who they really are can cause deep inner conflict and make them feel divided. Over time, this might lead them to lose touch with their true selves as they try to be someone they're not. Finding and accepting their real identity again can be a difficult journey, filled with challenges as they learn to ignore these societal pressures. Before proceeding further, if you appreciate what we are doing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. This lets YouTube know that you value content like this and helps more people discover it. The best way to find peace is to spread it. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Let's share these thoughts and help others find their peace too. Not sure what to comment? Just type "believe in yourself" to indicate that our sessions are making an impact. Number 2. Always feeling like an outsider. Growing up as a Sigma woman often feels like being constantly misunderstood and left out. Imagine a young tree trying to grow under the shadow of a large oak. It barely gets any sunlight and has a hard time growing properly. This is a good way to think about the life of many Sigma girls. They know from a young age that they see the world differently than others, but they might not understand why. During their important growing years, Sigma girls usually feel like they don't fit in. Their natural curiosity and willingness to challenge what's normal make them stand out, and these qualities can be discouraged or even punished by strict parents or authority figures. They are often watched closely and told what they should and shouldn't do, pushing them to hide their real selves to avoid trouble. This constant pressure to act differently than they feel can make them feel alone and conflicted inside. Feeling different gets worse when others react negatively to their strong opinions or unique thoughts, which just makes them feel more isolated. This situation can make Sigma girls very cautious, always trying to avoid saying or doing things that might make them feel even more separate from others. Even though they are smart and capable of dealing with these challenges, it takes a big emotional toll. Many Sigma girls keep their true feelings inside because sharing them usually leads to misunderstandings or rejection. This can make them feel very lonely as they keep their biggest worries and thoughts to themselves. They might start to withdraw more into their own world, finding comfort only in their own company. In this solitude, Sigma women often find peace away from others' expectations and judgments. Being alone becomes a safe space for them. This desire for solitude shows their strength in finding peace within themselves amid outside chaos. However, it also highlights their journey of self-discovery as they try to align their true selves with the conflicting demands of the world around them. Number 3. Frequently misunderstood and labeled. Growing up, Sigma women often feel misunderstood and easily labeled, which deeply affects how they see themselves and interact with others. When they step outside of what society expects, they're often harshly judged, and from a young age, being different can lead to unfair labels. They are raised in environments that push for conformity and discourage standing out. Following their own instincts or sharing their unique thoughts often brings hurtful labels and negative stereotypes that stick with them into adulthood. These hurtful labels create a confusing and emotional environment. Sigma women may face derogatory comments that highlight how they don't fit the usual expectations. These aren't just words. They painfully remind them of how others see their differences, making them feel excluded or mocked. To try and fit in and avoid mockery, many Sigma girls adopt a sweet, agreeable facade, meant to please others and hide their true selves. This becomes a way to survive in a world that seems to reject who they really are. As a result, Sigma girls become very observant of what behaviors are accepted, leading them to act in ways that gain others' approval. This behavior often hides their true feelings and desires as they put others' needs before their own. This need to please stems from a fear of being misunderstood or rejected for who they are. However, as they grow older, they often start to feel a deep resentment. Sigma women realize that no matter how much they try to blend in, they will never be fully understood by those who misjudge them. This realization often awakens a desire to stop pleasing others and to start challenging the restrictive norms around them. Letting go of their people-pleasing mask is hard and takes a lot of bravery and self-awareness to challenge the labels that have shaped their interactions. Not all Sigma women find it easy to break this cycle. Some may fall back into the comfortable role of pleasing others, afraid of the uncertainty that comes with change. But others reach a turning point where they recognize that their life has been shaped by others' expectations. This is where their real journey begins, a journey to understand themselves and reclaim their true identity. Breaking free from others' labels and judgments is a transformative experience that allows them to accept their true selves and live a life that truly reflects their own values and dreams. Number 4. Losing sight of who you really are. One of the most profound challenges for Sigma women is the experience of losing touch with their true identity. Growing up under constant pressure to conform, many Sigma women look at themselves and feel as though they are staring into a distorted mirror, unable to recognize the face they see. This confusion stems from the relentless expectations imposed by society, parents and peers, which compel them to suppress their genuine inclinations and adopt personas that align with external demands rather than their authentic selves. This disconnection from their true identity often begins in childhood, when the pressure to fit in and be like everyone else is at its most intense. Sigma girls are frequently caught between their natural instincts and the rigid roles they are expected to play. They learn early on that their unique perspectives and independent thinking are not valued. Instead, they are often labeled as too different or too difficult. This leads them to question their own worth and capabilities, leaving them with a weakened sense of self and a deep-seated confusion about who they really are. As they navigate adolescence and adulthood, this struggle intensifies. Sigma women often feel like characters in someone else's story, living according to the narratives and expectations of others, rather than their own desires and beliefs. The identities projected onto them by parents, teachers, and society at large become facades, hiding their true selves. This forced conformity stifles their independent minds and unique potential, causing them to internalize the idea that there is something fundamentally wrong with them. This identity crisis is exacerbated by the fact that many Sigma women possess a natural ability to detect deception and insincerity in others. However, they often fail to apply this insight to their own lives, not realizing that the image they project is a mere facade. They may come to believe that the way they are perceived, whether as rebellious, quiet, or difficult, is their true self rather than a mask they've adopted to cope with external pressures. Some Sigma women may cope with this identity confusion by becoming people-pleasers, constantly seeking validation and approval from others to fill the void left by their suppressed true selves. Others may resign themselves to a life that feels unfulfilling, accepting the distorted identity that has been imposed upon them as an unchangeable reality. This resignation can lead to a sense of despair and a belief that they are cursed with a faulty internal compass, incapable of finding their true path. However, the principles of Stoicism offer a pathway to reclaiming their authentic identity. Focusing on what they can control, Sigma women can actively seek knowledge and understanding about their true selves. By embracing their unique traits and questioning the false narratives imposed upon them, they can begin the process of healing and self-discovery. This journey involves confronting the distorted reflections they see in the mirror and recognizing the strength and potential that have always been a part of them. Reclaiming their authentic self becomes the first step towards becoming the powerful and unique individuals they were always meant to be, free from the constraints of imposed identities. Number 5. Growing up in a difficult home. For many Sigma women, being raised by abusive or overprotective parents represents one of the most challenging environments in which to develop a sense of self. Imagine a garden choked by thorny vines, where beauty struggles to thrive. This metaphor captures the experience of Sigma women whose growth is hindered by the restrictive and often hostile attitudes of their parents. Abusive parents, driven by narcissism or control, may view the Sigma child's independent spirit with suspicion or hostility, perceiving their natural defiance and unconventional ideas as threats rather than strengths. In households with abusive parents, Sigma girls often face relentless criticism and emotional manipulation. Their attempts to assert their individuality or follow their instincts are met with punitive responses, making them feel undervalued and unworthy. This toxic environment can be suffocating, as their unique traits are not only misunderstood, but actively suppressed. The abusive parent's need for control often translates into a constant barrage of belittlement and domination, creating a fearful and emotionally stifling atmosphere. The Sigma girl's desire to explore her interests or express her opinions is frequently crushed, leaving her feeling powerless and isolated. On the other hand, overprotective parents, despite their well-meaning intentions, can also stifle a Sigma woman's growth. These parents cling to the illusion that their child still needs constant oversight and protection, unable to accept their burgeoning independence. They may create an environment that, while seemingly safe, becomes a barrier to the Sigma girl's development. Overprotectiveness manifests as a smothering hedge, stunting the child's ability to navigate challenges on her own and preventing her from learning valuable life skills. The insistence on shielding her from every potential harm can hinder her resilience, self-reliance, and ability to make independent decisions. In some cases, Sigma women might face a combination of both abusive and overprotective tendencies from their parents, leading to a complex dynamic of domination and constraint. This dual approach can be particularly damaging, as it combines the emotional turmoil of abuse with the debilitating effects of overprotection. The Sigma woman's attempts to break free from this cycle are often met with guilt-inducing tactics or further attempts to control her behavior, reinforcing her feelings of entrapment. Despite these challenges, Sigma women possess a deep-rooted resilience that allows them to endure and eventually rise above their difficult upbringing. Even in the face of abuse or overprotection, their innate strength often enables them to navigate these challenging dynamics with grace and determination. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of their identity as they learn to harness their inner power to overcome the obstacles imposed by their parents. Understanding the destructive impact of their upbringing is a crucial step toward healing for Sigma women. By recognizing the patterns of abuse or overprotection, they can begin to disentangle themselves from the emotional vines that have held them back. Embracing their inherent strength and fostering a sense of autonomy allows them to reclaim their personal growth and forge a path that reflects their true self, free from the constraints of their past. Number 6. Keeping your pain and emotions bottled up. Sigma women have a unique tendency to internalize their pain and negative emotions, a coping mechanism that often stems from years of disappointment, frustration, and feeling misunderstood. This internalization process starts early in their lives and becomes a defining aspect of their personality. Imagine a woman who, despite carrying a heavy burden of emotional wounds, appears calm and composed on the outside. Beneath this exterior, however, lies a storm of hidden emotions, each one a result of the numerous instances of being labeled, judged, or marginalized throughout her life. The internalization of hurt begins as a survival strategy. From a young age, Sigma women learn that expressing their pain or concerns often leads to further misunderstanding or judgment from those around them. This consistent lack of empathy or support teaches them that it is safer to keep their emotions bottled up. They develop a facade of stoic calmness, concealing their true feelings to protect themselves from additional emotional harm. This exterior calm can be deceptive, as it masks the intense internal struggle they face in reconciling their inner turmoil with the need to appear composed. As they grow older, this tendency to internalize becomes more ingrained. Sigma women become adept at managing their emotions in private, dealing with their pain through introspection rather than external expression. This silent suffering often goes unnoticed by others, who may perceive them as detached or excessively self-reliant. The inability to share their emotional experiences can lead to feelings of isolation and a belief that no one truly understands them. This lack of external validation or support compounds their sense of loneliness, reinforcing the idea that they must bear their burdens alone. The silence of internalizing hurt can have profound consequences on their mental and emotional well-being. It creates a fertile ground for feelings of resentment, frustration, and even vengeance to grow. Over time, the accumulation of unexpressed emotions can become overwhelming, leading to a reluctance to forgive or let go of past grievances. This internal landscape becomes a battleground where Sigma women wrestle with their desire for understanding and the perceived futility of seeking it from others. Despite the challenges, this internalization also reflects a deep strength rooted in Stoic philosophy. Sigma women often draw on their inner resources to find peace amidst their external turmoil. They develop a resilient core that enables them to endure and navigate life's hardships with a remarkable degree of fortitude. This resilience, while initially a coping mechanism, can evolve into a powerful tool for personal growth and self-discovery. To heal, Sigma women must confront the emotions they have kept hidden for so long. This process requires courage and self-discipline as they learn to express their feelings and seek understanding from those who are capable of providing genuine support. The journey towards healing involves embracing their vulnerability and recognizing that true strength lies not in suppressing emotions, but in acknowledging and addressing them. By doing so, Sigma women can transform their internal struggles into a source of empowerment, allowing them to reclaim their authentic selves and forge deeper connections with those around them. Number 7. Navigating a world that values extraversion. Sigma women often find themselves navigating a world that heavily values extraversion, making their natural introverted tendencies a source of internal conflict and external pressure. This societal bias towards extraversion, which favors outgoing, sociable, and expressive behaviors, can be particularly challenging for Sigma women who thrive on introspection and solitary pursuits. The clash between their authentic selves and societal expectations can lead to feelings of inadequacy and misunderstanding as they strive to reconcile their need for solitude with the pressure to be more outgoing. From a young age, Sigma women encounter environments that celebrate extroverted qualities. School systems, social activities, and even family dynamics often reward those who are talkative, assertive, and socially engaged. Now, this creates a subtle yet pervasive message that being introverted is somehow less desirable or even a flaw to be corrected. Sigma girls with reflective nature and preference for deep, meaningful interactions over small talk may struggle to fit into these extrovert-centric spaces. They often feel the need to mask their true inclinations to align with the extroverted ideal, leading to a sense of dissonance and self-doubt. As they grow older, this societal preference for extroversion continues to shape their experiences in professional and social settings. Sigma women might face pressure to engage in networking events, team activities, or social gatherings that drain their energy rather than invigorate them. The constant expectation to be more outgoing can feel like wearing a mask that conceals their true selves. This pressure can be exhausting as they juggle their genuine need for quiet reflection with the demands to participate in extroverted norms. The conflict between their natural introversion and the extroverted ideals by society can make them feel like they are wading through life in ill-fitting armor. Moreover, this societal emphasis on extraversion can lead to a misunderstanding of their strengths. Sigma women's preference for introspection and solitary work is often mistaken for shyness, aloofness, or a lack of social skills. This misinterpretation overlooks the depth of their thinking, creativity, and ability to focus intensely on their passions. The rich inner world of a Sigma woman, filled with thoughtful analysis and deep connections to her interests, is frequently undervalued in a culture that prioritizes outward expression over inward contemplation. Navigating this extrovert-biased world requires Sigma women to develop resilience and self-awareness. They must learn to value their introverted qualities and understand that their need for solitude is not a weakness but a source of strength. Embracing their true selves involves recognizing that their quiet nature, thoughtful insights, and ability to work independently are significant assets, even if they don't conform to societal expectations. For Sigma women, the path to authenticity involves creating environments where their introverted tendencies are respected and appreciated. This might mean seeking out careers or social circles that align with their preferences for deep, meaningful engagement over surface-level interactions. By setting boundaries that honor their need for solitude and by advocating for their unique strengths, Sigma women can thrive in a world that often overlooks the value of introversion. Through this process, they transform the challenge of navigating an extrovert-dominated society into an opportunity to assert their true identity and live a life that resonates with their authentic selves. As we come to the end of this exploration, let's summarize the essential steps you can take to embrace your true Sigma self. Navigating the complex journey of being a Sigma woman requires resilience, self-awareness, and a commitment to embracing your true self amid societal pressures and personal challenges. Recognizing and celebrating your Sigma traits, such as introspection, independence, and deep thinking, is crucial. Understand that these qualities are not weaknesses, but strengths that define your authentic self. Embrace your need for solitude and reflective thought as valuable aspects of your personality. Resist the societal pressure to conform to extroverted norms that might make you feel inadequate or misunderstood. Focus on honoring your preferences for solitude and deep engagement, understanding that your path may differ from the mainstream. Begin healing from childhood influences that may have left emotional scars, such as being forced to change your identity, facing ongoing challenges, or dealing with abusive or overprotective parents. Acknowledge these influences and seek therapy or support if needed, allowing yourself to grieve and grow from past hurts. Establish boundaries that protect your need for personal space and self-care. Clearly communicate your limits to others, and don't be afraid to say no to situations that drain your energy or compromise your values. Prioritizing your well-being is essential for maintaining your inner peace and authenticity. Practice self-compassion by allowing yourself to feel and express your emotions in a healthy way. Journaling, meditation, or talking with trusted friends or therapists can help you process your feelings and avoid emotional suppression. Seek out relationships that respect and understand your Sigma nature. Surround yourself with people who appreciate your depth and provide genuine support. Building a network of like-minded individuals can offer a sense of belonging and validation, helping you navigate a world that may not always understand you. Engage in careers and hobbies that align with your introspective and independent nature. Seek out roles that allow for autonomy, creativity, and deep focus, avoiding environments that require constant social interaction or superficial engagement. Pursuing meaningful work and interests will enhance your sense of fulfillment and purpose. Cultivate resilience by embracing challenges as opportunities for growth. Adopt a stoic mindset that focuses on what you can control and lets go of what you cannot. This philosophical approach can help you navigate adversity with grace and maintain a balanced perspective on life's ups and downs. Commit to an ongoing journey of self-discovery. Explore your interests, reflect on your experiences, and remain open to personal growth. Allow yourself the freedom to evolve and adapt, understanding that your journey as a Sigma Queen is a lifelong process of learning and self-improvement. Consider sharing your experiences and insights with others. Your unique perspective as a Sigma woman can offer valuable lessons and inspiration to those facing similar challenges. Whether through writing, speaking, or online platforms, sharing your story can create connections and foster a sense of community. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Sigma Queen's journey. Embracing your true self in a world that often misunderstands you is a powerful act of courage and authenticity. We hope these steps provide guidance and encouragement as you navigate your path. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that celebrates and supports Sigma Queen. Remember to turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your voice matters and can inspire others. Until next time, stay true to yourself and continue embracing your unique Sigma spirit.